You can touch, but you can also manipulate a little bit more. Today I am practicing in the studio, in the small studio of the local theater in the city where I live. I live right now in Den Haag, and we have a beautiful theater, Corso, and sometimes they are allowing us to use the space if it's free from rehearsals. So it's super nice that we have opportunity to book space for free to practice. And today I was revisiting actually some ideas and footage from 2023, and because I try to collect, make notes and collect videos from rehearsals, so it's easy to revisit ideas. But because lately I was a little bit feeling empty on ideas and inspiration, so for me the best solution is, when I feel like this, is just to go back and to look at what I've been doing before and just try to continue. And I think it's also a very sustainable way in practice and building your movement language. And then the information is there, you just have to develop it and continue further on, or just remember technically what was happening there. So I was working a bit with footwork and those ideas. I recorded across in the back and here across in front, but still I'm touching on one side in this session, and then a bit with hands and ideas that I got inspired from waving workshop, combining some footwork and the work of hands and arms, and gonna finish a little bit also with some mobility exercises, or just some basic transition between flow and upper level, just to keep myself intact and in shape. And it's also all the things that I've been actually doing in September. So I'm looking back to September footage, and I'm also I'm making sort of a diary of the ideas that I'm practicing, but not always. And I noticed that half of the year I haven't been actually making notes. So what I'm doing right now is getting back to the footage that is still on my phone and making notes on what was I practicing back then. So now I'm revisiting September 12th, and I want to go like this till January 2024. So that's basically my plan for today practice. Also, I've been listening today one podcast, a music and interview about broken beat history.
It's a broken beat. And I was just like, wait a minute. If they want to talk about broken beat.
Yeah, I think it's interview with IG Culture and about the music scene in England, in London specifically. And it's interview mixed with songs and tracks. And it's nice also just sometimes to stop investigating and listen to what they were talking about, and then dance again when they play music. So that's a nice way to build a practice, and I'm gonna share also the link to this podcast. The exercise that I'm going to work on and going to explore, and I would like to share it with you as well, is more focused on the explorative quality rather than technical quality. So I have a task that I'm gonna try to fulfill, and then it can be applied to any kind of movement, or you can use any elements. You don't have to know specific technique for this. When I do these jumps or slides, is where I'm thinking about how I can actually draw a line with 2 feet at the same time. Front, or maybe in circle. I think this kind of exercise can help people who have been practicing footwork-oriented styles like house dance, for example, to a bit open up the explorative quality of their dance, so outside of the form of the foundation or recognizable elements of the style, into more abstract but still very much rooted in footwork. Let's try it with music, with more rhythmical music.